He is an EMT practitioner and the publisher of Manila Sentinel to talk about a realistic readiness. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Direct Obs Abando.
Thank you.
Let's
Thank you
watch this video,
very
guys.
much, Arms Corps Global, for having me here. Meron kaming isang pasyente na dinampot from Antipolo. Itatakbo dapat namin ng medical city. Dahil sa traffic sa Tikling Junction, nag-arrest yung pasyente. Ang unang nangyari, umiyak yung anak, umiyak yung apo, nagtititiling yung kasama naming nurse dahil gumagano-gano yung ambulansya. Ako nagko-compress na. I have learned to shut everything out. Lahat hindi ko na naririnig. Ang naririnig ko lang, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wala akong naririnig na ibang tunog. Pero nung sumabit yung ambulansya sa isang motor, sumabit ako. I can be one of the most composed. Yun ang superpower ko eh. Calm is my superpower. I don't know if I can teach that to anyone else. Kasi hindi ko alam kung paano ko na-develop. But it takes a number of years. It can take years. It can take seconds. Kailangan lang, pagka nagkakagulo mundo, ikaw hindi ka magulo. Lahat sila nagsisigaw. Pero ikaw, kalma ka lang. Diba? Now, what I do to teach people how to be composed is give them very short orders. Oh, push epi tayo. Compress. Bag tayo. Ganun lang. And even my tone of voice, sobrang kalmado. Para ako naka-duty. Compress. Hindi yung compress! Walang ganon. Hindi ko sinasabing huwag kayo mag-panic. Never mention the word panic. Because when you mention the word panic, everybody does. Okay, next. Embrace discomfort. Okay, ito. Lahat tayo ngayon, may kuryente, may aircon, may tubig, may sasakyan sa labas. We have the luxury of thinking about preparedness. Sa ngayon, di ba? Okay lang. But how many of you will last 15 minutes sa ilalim ng init ng araw o sa isang uncomfortable na tent or uncomfortable circumstances? Can anyone here honestly say na kaya nila? Kaya? Probably not. Because we're all used to taking the transportation. Pag tayo sumakay sa kotse, pag tayo pumasok sa opisina, lahat tayo naka-aircon. Papuntahin mo ng 7-Eleven na kung tutusin dyan na sa kabilang kanto, ay init eh. Tricycle na lang ako. Diba? That's usually what happens. Kaya ano nangyayari sa mga tao? Malambot. Lelembot. Because they do not know how to embrace discomfort. What is another discomfort? I'm glad most of you hindi nakahawak sa cellphone habang nakikinig sa akin. That's learning to embrace discomfort. Because all of you, syempre, hindi ako. Most of you are prisoners of your phones. To the point na it's become an important part of the wardrobe. Because again, this is one of the most useless items in survival. Probably, ang gagawin nyo rito, basagin nyo, tanggalin nyo yung lithium battery, and you can probably start a fire. That's the only thing this will be good for in a shit hits the fan scenario. Okay? So, next. I think this is, ask the right questions. Sa amin, sa medical field, it's not necessarily knowing the right answers eh. Sinasabi ko sa mga tinitrain namin na responders, forget about the answers. You will not know. Kasi kami bilang responder, hindi kami manggagamot. Aalamin lang namin, sir. MI na ba yan? Inaatake na ba kayo sa puso? Migraine lang ba yan? O nag-undergo na kayo ng stroke? That's all we can do. We can only do the assessment. And therefore, we can only ask the right questions. You also need to know how to ask the right questions. For example, medyo natatakot ako sa tanong na to pero have you ever asked yourself seriously what's going on in the world right now? Have you ever seriously sat down and asked yourself, totoo ba yung nangyayari? Or have you ever found yourself in a situation na itatanong mo na tama ba, totoo ba yung nangyayari? Ano tong nangyayari? Meron bang mas malalim na dahilan? Kami kasi bilang journalist, bigyan mo ako ng isang report, hindi ako maniniwala eh. Because as a journalist, I'm one of the most skeptical people in the world. Sabi mo sa akin, see, ganito. Ha? Seryoso? Sinong source mo? Paano yung vetting process niya? So, we think that way. Critical thinker ako eh. You cannot present a piece of information to me like what's going on in the geopolitical scenario. Ano nangyayari sa Ukraine, for example. Always question. Huwag yung tanggap na sagot. Pag sinabi nila, ito yung gamot. Yan. Wow. Learn to ask the right questions first. Huwag kayong tira-pasok lagi. Okay, next slide. Meron pa ba? I believe that is my last slide. And I will open the floor for questions ngayon. Meron bang sense po yung napag-usapan natin? Meron. At dahil nagustuhan ko yung sagot ni Ma'am, I will give you a special edition Manila Sentinel patch.
Wow, congratulations!
Pag naubos yan, wala na yan. So anyway, in terms of preparations kasi, kaya natin tinawag na realistic readiness. From the layman's perspective, parang ang mahal mag-prep, yung mahal ng baril, ang mahal ng gamit, ang mahal ng everything, di ba? But there is a way to get around all of these. Because the preparation part is only the gastos. And the gastos part can be controlled by your budget. And your budget will dictate what you can have. But in reality, there are things that you can improvise or get at the hardware store, di ba? Pagdating sa firearm selections, of course, we have proudly Philippine-made na Rock Island Arms Store. Besides, you have to learn also how to familiarize yourself with firearms. Kung yun na ang habol ninyo. In terms of food stockpiling, ito na yung most of the prepper mindset will tell you stockpile. Stockpile ng bala, stockpile ng medical supplies, stockpile ng gamot. But in reality, itong isang tanong. Nangyari na ang undoy. Ano nangyari? What if nag-stockpile ka ng supplies lahat? Pagkain, gamot, bala, whatever. Sa bahay mo. Nakatira ka sa Provident Village. At naundoy. Gets? Gets nyo? Yun ang problema with stockpiling. Next. What if nag-stockpile ka, stockpile, gumawa ka ng magandang bug-out vehicle, BOV. Another ondoy, hindi mo magamit yung Lazada, so wala na si yung BOV. Hindi ka na ganun ka physically fit. So how do you carry all your stockpiles of goods? Ang nangyayari, nag-stockpile ka para dun sa mga scavengers na makakapasok sa bahay ninyo. Diba? So, learn to think, learn to analyze your situations. That is what I call realistic readiness. Isip lang. Gamitin lang po natin yung utak. Bawasan natin yung pagsi-cellphone. Kasi 90% of the information that you see is not digestible. I'm not saying it's not true. It's not digestible. Ito ngayon, one thing we have to remember about preparedness or preparations or readiness is it has to be tailored to what you need. Kaya nga, I'm hoping to translate prepping into our own settings. Hindi yung, ang dami kasi natin mapapanood yung doomsday preppers, mapapanood natin sa YouTube na mga how they do it. Now, we have to realize what do we need to do for ourselves. Like, your family might have a different. Common kasi yung mga may medical emergencies, mga palliative care na pasyente. What if, now here comes the ugly truth. I might give you an ugly answer, pero ito na nga yun. Whether it's relatives under palliative care or if you have pets. This is now the ugly truth. Can you bring them with you? I can only pose the question. I can't answer it directly, but I'll throw back the question. Halimbawa, marami kaming pasyente na in their 80s, in their 90s, na for palliative care na lang sa bahay. What if something happens between now, di ba? Anong gagawin nila? Ang ngayon, for me call me medyo brutal, pero ang preparedness ngayon nandun sa mga surviving relatives Kasi baka, ewan ko you have to think in a very ugly sense na, ano yun, iiwan mo na lang ba? Pag dinala mo ba, sasama mo yung bed, sasama mo yung wheelchair? Is the patient conscious enough na kaya pang mag-isip? Because again, you have to realize that every person in your party, in your family is valuable, but at the same time, kung merong with persons with disability, persons with autism, are they considered liabilities? Or are they for you precious cargo? So, medyo fine line yan Ako, I might be the wrong person to ask kasi medyo over the years I've developed a certain set of values na parang anong gagawin natin dito? That's where readiness comes in. Yun yung sinasabi ko, readiness. It's here and it's here. Are you ready? So, hopefully, the only thing I can do is take you through the door. It's your job to walk in. If you walk in, I'll probably walk in with you. Pero I'm trying to get you through the door. Yun lang. Medyo nasa philosophical side tayo Wala ako sa gamit, wala ako sa hardware. I have toys. Pero naipon ko siya over a span of more than 30 years. At this point, yung mga laruan ko nasa bahay. So all I have is all I have on me. Diba? So yun. Anyway, ma'am, I don't know if I've addressed the question properly, pero yun yung realidad. Yun yung realidad. Any more questions before we close?
Last question for Direct Ops. Ladies and gentlemen. Lana, sure? Tatawad po again sa picture direct, pero ako po yung migawa niya. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Direct Ops Abando. Very nice presentation today. Hope to see you again during our next TACS Expo. In the meantime,